Francisco for Barnegat, and it was Cottrell for Lower, and Cottrell wins it. Here comes Pat Holden across the division line. Holds the ball center of the floor. Passes down low. That's a bad pass by Holden. Stolen away. That's an uncharacteristic turnover. Barnegat started the game in a 3-2 zone. Lower is starting in a 2-3 zone. Francisco driving, goes to Ravello. Grogan with it. And now Mike Ravello holds. Swings it over to Finucane on the left side. Back to Ravello. Finucane on the left wing in front of the Lower Cape May bench. In the corner to Morris. Back out to Ravello. Right side Grogan. Now Finucane left sides. They toss it around the perimeter. Finucane again. Enters toward the high post to Francisco, and his layup is good as he split the defense and got right to the rim.
Yeah, Carson Francisco, he gave exactly what the defense gave. You know, he took what the defense gave him, and no one in the back of that defense slid over and took that lane away.
Pat Moore goes to Aaron Cottrell. Cottrell to Moore. Moore steps in, fumbled the ball so he can't get a shot away. Resets the offense. Here's Holden. Back to Moore in the corner. Angelov for three. Short rebound, tipped up by Cottrell, but he missed it. And it's 2-0 Barnegat. They have the basketball. 6:28 to go first quarter. Here's Ravello. The pace of this game, buddy, this might be first team to 40 unless this really picks up. Lobbed in the corner. Francisco got it down low, and the layup by Morris is good.
And again, good ball movement around the perimeter that time by the Bengals. And they get an easy layup.
Moore, he'll try a three. Off the iron, no good. Tipped up by Cottrell, no good. And the rebound brought down by Morris. Francisco stops at the top of the key, throws in the corner to Finucane, back to Ravello for three. That's short. Rebound batted around, and Angelov comes out with the floorboard. Goes to Holden, right side. Holden lobs it cross court to Angelov. Kick back to Moore. Now it's Holden again, top of the key to Moore. High post to Matthews. Kicked in the corner to Angelov. Now it's Moore. Holden to Moore. Angelov drives. Floater along the baseline, no good. Rebound Cottrell. Bounces it back to Angelov. Angelov goes to Holden and throws a pass to Angelov again. And now Holden resets the offense.
Coming up on the 5-minute mark, 5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. It's Barnegat 4, Lower Cape May yet to score.
Matthews kicks out. Holden straight away for three. Bang!
And after Lower Cape May missed their first 5 field goal attempts, Pat Holden gets the Caper Tigers on the board.
4-3 Barnegat, 4:44 to go, first quarter. Lower will have, there's a backdoor lob to Francisco, and the layup is good. They set a screen at the back of the zone, and it's 6-3 Barnegat. Holden left side to Cottrell on the wing, dropped the basketball, got it to Matthews, however, swung to Angelov, now it's Moore. Moore holds, goes back to Holden. Holden holding the basketball, gets a screen from Matthews over to Pat Moore. Back to Holden, deep three, in and out. And the rebound is tracked down in the corner by Alex Grogan of Barnegat. Francisco holding. Back to Ravello. Lobbed in the corner to Morris. Morris to Grogan, and his three is good.
Grogan.
Timeout, Lower Cape May, 3:47 to go first quarter. 9-3 Barnegat. Back after this 30-second timeout on 98.7 The Coast. Back at Lower Cape May, Barnegat has gone out to a 9-3 lead to start the game. And, buddy, you know, Lower Cape May has really missed late in the season. You know, Zach Cerasi got hurt, that knee injury against Ocean City. And it really might manifest itself tonight because this Barnegat team, the way the matchups are, Lower could really use another shooter on the floor.
Yeah, well, yes, and Zach Cerasi was having a very good year. And unfortunately, like you said, he got that injury that ended his season. And Alex Grogan, he was left wide open. Grogan leads Barnegat and made three-point baskets. And I know Lower Cape May is aware of that, so they got to make sure that they get out on him. They don't need Grogan to start getting into a rhythm from beyond the arc.
Well, Cottrell got it into Holden, but Holden fumbled it and it went out of bounds.
And that's going to be the second turnover against Lower Cape May. And the other thing is Barnegat coming out here in this road game, they are 4 for 5 from the floor right here in the early going.
Francisco on the left wing in front of the Lower Cape May bench. And now gets a return pass from Ravello. Francisco driving baseline. Kicks out to Ravello. Right wing three. Off the iron, no good. Rebound, Kamar Matthews for Lower Cape May. Moore trots it up for the Caper Tigers. Trailing 9-3. 3 minutes to go first quarter. Pat Moore holds. Goes to Aaron Cottrell. Back to Pat Moore. Swung to Pat Holden. Holden goes to Moore. Moore to Holden. Swung to Angelov for three. Bang! Martin Angelov, a left corner three-pointer, and it's a 9-6 game. Barnegat a three-point lead in the ball.
Lower Cape May now 2 for 8 from the floor, 2 for 5 from outside the arc.
Brian Finucane left side, goes to Mike Ravello, back to Finucane in front of the Tiger bench. Dribbles once, dribbles twice, and then lost the basketball.
Not going to say it.
Yeah, I think that might have been one there, buddy, where unfortunately I think the referee may have been too close to actually see it, unless he may have deemed that Pat Moore made some contact and just said rather than call the foul, I'll give the ball to Barnegat, which, you know, you kind of, you know, little touchy fouls, you want to see them let go in these games, so that may have been the decision. So Barnegat has the basketball. Here's Morris driving baseline, kicks out Francisco for three, got it, and a foul. Oh, the foul's going to go against Barnegat. That basket will count.
So Carson Francisco knocks down the three-pointer. The foul's going to be on Alex Grogan. His first, team's first. It's actually the first foul called in the basketball game. 2 minutes to go exactly. It's Barnegat 12, Lower Cape May 6 here in the first quarter.
Moore to Cottrell. Cottrell back to Moore. Cottrell holding right side to Holden. Holden fakes a deep three, steps in, 17-footer, got the friendly roll. He's got 5. It's a 12-8 lead for Barnegat. 1:35 to go first quarter. Morris goes to Francisco, back to Morris. Morris holding, backdoor pass. Layup is no good, but a foul as Grogan was bumped. And we'll get 2 free throws.
We're going to call that foul number 20, Pat Moore. 5'11" junior is going to pick up his first personal foul, and it's going to be the first team foul against Lower Cape May.
First free throw is good.
First free throw attempt for either team.
Second one is good. Here comes Holden. Goes over to Moore. Moore back to Holden. Holden bounces to Matthews. Cottrell ball fakes. Got it to Matthews in the post. His little jump hook is no good. And Barnegat will bring it up. Here's Ravello driving. Ravello lost it, got it right back. Kicks it out to Grogan for three. That's short. Barely hit the front of the rim. Here comes Pat Moore across the division line. Goes to Holden. Back to Moore. Moore fakes a baseline three. Goes cross court to Angelov. High post to Matthews. Back to Angelov again. to Holden. High post, Matthews. Holden now a right wing three off the back of the rim. Rebound taken by Francisco. He is fouled by Cottrell.
Aaron Cottrell, the 5'10 senior forward. He'll pick up his first, team's second. 43.8 seconds to play here in the opening quarter. It's Barnegat 14, Lower Cape May 8. Semifinal action, South Jersey Group 2.
Mike Ravello trots it across the division line for Barnegat. They look like they want to hold for one shot with 30 seconds to go in the period.
The possession arrow is in their favor to start the second quarter.
Grogan with it now on the left side. Dribbles, lost the dribble, now goes back to Francisco. 14 seconds to go.
Coach
now
Mark Fioro.
Ravello between the circles. Backdoor lob again to Francisco. Tips it up, no good. Angelov at half court. Angelov fires at the buzzer, no good. And at the end of one quarter, it is 14-8. Barnegat on top. And we'll be back after this on 98.7 The Coast. All right, back at Lower Cape May, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbotton. Matt Ulmer on the live video feed. 14-8, Barnegat leads Lower Cape May. South Jersey Group 2 boys semifinal. And it's 14-8, the Bengals on top.
In that first quarter, Barnegat shot 5 for 9 from the floor. 3 for 4 inside the arc, 2 for 5 from beyond. They had 4 rebounds as a team, all defensive, no offensive. Lower Cape May shot 3 for 12. They were 1 for 5 inside the arc, 2 for 7 from beyond. They had 7 rebounds, 4 defensive, 3 offensive. Lower Cape May did not get to the foul line. They turned it over twice. Barnegat did not have a turnover in that first quarter.
Shoveled into Finucane. Great pass by Francisco, and Brian Finucane lays it in. Here's Holden. Driving, stopping, goes to Cottrell, swung to Pat Moore. Moore to Holden. Oh, he had a straightaway three wide open, and he fumbled the ball and had to back it away. Holden goes to Moore. Moore back to Holden. Jump stop at the right elbow, spins it down low to Cottrell. Now it's Angelov, swung over to Moore. Moore holding. Goes to Angelov. Holden now in the post to Cottrell. Cottrell kicks out to Moore. But Barnegat is really closing out well out of this zone, buddy.
Yeah, they're moving their feet well, and they're extending their arms, Brian. And they're doing a very good job.
Moore to Holden. Baseline drive. Layup is good.
Good decision that time. Patrick Holden taking that left baseline. Instead of shooting that jump shot, he drove it right to the rim, used the glass, laid it up and in. 16-10, 6:42 to go here in the second quarter. Lower Cape May trails.
Alex Grogan, right side. Carson Francisco, now it's Mike Ravello. They get it in the post again to Finucane. Good entry pass by Sean Morris, and Finucane gets the layup.
Well, that's what we saw Barnegat do against Middle Township.
Here's Moore for three. That's short. Kamar Matthews, the offensive rebound, kicks to Holden. Swung to Angelov. Now it's Holden again to Moore. Moore faked the three. Baseline drive. Got it to Matthews, and Matthews' floater is good.
Good bounce pass that time. Moore drove the right baseline. The defense came to him. Found his teammate, Kamar Matthews. Matthews laid it up over the front of the rim and in. Lower Cape May needs to get stopped so defensively.
Here's Francisco against Holden. Drives into the paint. Tough shot. Good help by Kamar Matthews. And Pat Moore the rebound for Lower. Moore bounces to Angelov. Back to Moore. High post to Matthews. Matthews, backdoor pass to Holden. Was off of Francisco and then Holden and out of bounds.
Yeah, Komar Matthews really tried to thread the needle there with that bounce pass. It just was not there. Good job by Carson Francisco for the Bengals to knock that ball off of Pat Holden's leg.
By the way, for those of you who may have just switched to the radio broadcast because the live video stream went out, the internet here at the gym in Lower Cape May is down. The technicians are working on it. It's 18-12, Barnegat on top. We have a foul in the post on Lower Cape May, and Barnegat will inbound.
They're going to call that foul, number 55, Komar Matthews. It's going to be his first, team's third. Barnegat will inbound under their basket.
And they get it right into Francisco, who misses, tipped up and in by Alex Grogan. Barnegat by 8. Here's Holden for Lower Cape May.
That was Barnegat's first offensive rebound, and they made it count.
Holden to Moore. Moore for 3, short. Rebound taken by Francisco. Francisco, center of the floor, stops, kicks, 3 ball on the way, got it in a foul. That was Thomas Cray who just checked in. And Barnegat has a double-digit lead at 23-12.
And Thomas Cray, he is the second leading three-point shooter for this Barnegat team. They call Pat Holden on that foul.
And the free throw is good. And Barnegat has doubled up on Lower Cape May, 24-12. Matthews down to Cottrell. Cottrell in the post. Turned it over. Here comes Ravello. Bounced in the corner to Cray. Cray back to Grogan. And now it's Ravello again to restart the offense. Ravello kicks. Driving was Grogan. Gets a return pass, and now it's Francisco. Lower Cape May has switched to man-to-man defense. Francisco to Ravello. Ravello a deep 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebound to Lower Cape May. Here comes Holden over to Angelov. Angelov driving. Shut off by Ravello. Lost the dribble. Got it to Matthews, to Cottrell. Swung in the corner to Moore. Back to Cottrell. Cottrell dips in to Moore. And now Holden will reset the offense. Lobs it down to Cottrell. In the post to Matthews, to the basket. Got it in a foul.
Good look that time by Aaron Cottrell. He had that ball on the left baseline, and he's found his teammate Matthews, who was rolling down the left side of that lane. Then he goes up strong, draws the foul on Mike Ravello. Ravello picks up his first, team's second. Big basket right there for Lower.
Kamar Matthews knocks it down. Justin Candelaria, Cade Bonner into the game for Lower Cape May. Matthews and Angelov sit. This is the first substitution by Lower in the game. Mike Ravello with his team ahead by 9 to the basket. Good help by Cottrell, altered that shot. Here comes Lower trying to run. Holden to Bonner, and it was tipped out of bounds by Barnegat. Here comes Angelov, replacing Justin Candelaria. They're going to try to go offense to defense with these two. Candelaria right now a better defensive player than Angelov, the freshman. Here's Moore in the corner, fakes a 3, drives, goes back to Angelov. In the corner again to Moore. Moore doubled, throws it off of a Barnegat player and out of bounds.
Yeah, Moore got caught in a bad spot down there on that baseline. And they were able to double him up, and then using the end lines as an additional player, so to speak. Moore was fortunate to throw it off a Barnegat player, so his team would retain possession.
Holden to Moore. Moore bounces back to Holden. Holden stops, pops from 15, no. Cottrell, the offensive rebound, and he got it stripped. Here's Ravello running. Ravello rejected by Moore, but a foul. And Mike Ravello will go to the line for 2 shots.
And that foul's going to be Pat Moore's second personal foul, 5th team foul against Lower Cape May. 2:50 to play here in the first half. Barnegat on top, 24-15. Ravello at the line to shoot 2. Nothing but the bottom of the net on his first one.
Barnegat is 4 for 4 from the line as a team. Thomas Cray comes back in for the Bengals.
And Brian, they have yet to commit a turnover.
And Ravello's second free throw is good.
So you want to win a road playoff game, don't turn the ball over, make your free throws.
Boy, Holden took a bump. And nothing was called. He may have double dribbled. It was all let go, which probably was a good thing. Holden on the left wing, driving, kicking. Angelov straight on 3, bang.
Angelov.
26-18. Oh, here's Grogan left wide open for 3. That's no good. Floorboard to Angelov. Swings it to Holden on the left side. Holden had his pass kicked by Francisco.
26-18, Barnegat on top, 2:15 to play, first half. Lower Cape May with the ball. Caper Tigers trailing by 8. Really need to get some stops on the defensive end.
You know, the interesting thing, buddy, is I think they've been thoroughly outplayed and they're only down 8 because it's been kind of a slow-paced game. Holden into the lane, jump stop off the glass and good. They've cut it to 6, inside 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Francisco being guarded by Angelov. This is a mismatch in Barnegat's favor. Matthews does a good job of helping there. Here's Ravello driving, shut off, throws it out to Grogan, passes across to Cray. His shot is missed, but then Grogan tips it up and in. 8-point lead again for Barnegat. Holden on the left. Behind Matthews' screen for 3. Short. Rebound. And Cottrell is called for the foul.
And Aaron Cottrell is going to pick up his second personal foul. It's going to be the 6th team foul against Lower Cape May. 1:26 to play here in the first half. Barnegat 28, Lower Cape May 20. Barnegat with the basketball. And a chance to extend this 8-point lead.
Driving is Grogan along the baseline, no good. Rebound the Lower Cape May, here comes Holden. Holden center of the floor, kicks to Candelaria. Fumbled it, then threw it away. Here's Cray the other way, and the layup is good. 10-point lead again for Barnegat, inside a minute to go first half. In the corner, Candelaria, down low to Bonner. Back to Candelaria, in the high post to Matthews, tips in and his floater is good. He's got 7 points all in this period. 40 seconds to go in the half. Francisco guarded by Angelov. Takes it right, shut off. Still holding the dribble. Takes it right again. Lower fans wanted a walk, didn't get it. Spinning in the post, dipping in, and the layup's no good by Sean Morris. Here comes Lower. They can get the last shot off of the half. High post to Matthews. Holden goes to Angelov. 6 seconds to go. Holden down low to Bonner. Bonner lobs it to Holden. Angelov for 3. Bang! What a big basket to end the half. And what ball movement and composure in the final seconds by the Caper Tigers. And they go in the half with some momentum, scoring the final 5 of the period, and it's 30-25 Barnegat. Back after this. 4-minute timeout as we come back with the halftime report on 98.7 The Coast. That's right. All right, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbot, and we are live at Lower Cape May Regional High School. And Lower Cape May, you know, this game early second quarter or so was teetering on Barnegat really taking control. And then the Caper Tigers finished the half on a 13-6 run, and they get the big three-pointer from Martin Angelov to end the period. Here's your scores at half for Barnegat, leading at 30-25. And they've got a lot of people on the score sheet here. Alex Grogan with 9. Carson Francisco with 7. Thomas Cray with 6 off the bench. 4 for Brian Finucane and 2 apiece for Sean Morris and Mike Ravello. For Lower Cape May, Pat Holden and Martin Angelov each have 9, and Kamar Matthews has 7. And you got to like that momentum if you're a Lower Cape May fan, buddy, that they grabbed going into half by making that big three-pointer.
Yeah, and you know, the other thing too, Brian, is that possession arrow. The possession arrow to start the second half is in Lower Cape May's favor. So they scored the last 5 points of the first half, and then they will get the basketball to start the second half. So, you know, Scott Holden is probably telling, I know he's making adjustments. They got to make adjustments defensively to shut down some of the things that Barnegat is doing. Particularly, Barnegat's able to come down. They're doing a good job working the ball around the perimeter, getting the ball inside. Barnegat's also doing a good job with some second chance opportunities. But you look at the stat sheet in that first half, Barnegat shot 11 for 23 from the floor. They were 8 for 15 inside the arc, 3 for 8 from beyond. They had 7 rebounds as a team, 5 defensive, 2 offensive. They were 5 for 5 from the foul line. And Brian, most impressive, they did not have a turnover in that first half. Lower Cape May, they shot 10 for 23 from the floor, 6 for 11 inside the arc, 4 for 12 from beyond. They had 15 rebounds as a team, 10 defensive, 5 offensive. 4 of those offensive rebounds were all gathered by Aaron Cottrell. They were 1 for 1 from the foul line, and Lower Cape May turned it over 5 times.
All right, so it's 30-25. Barnegat on top, but as we said, Lower Cape May finished the half on a 13-6 run. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back with the start of the second half right after this on 98.7 The Coast. Kamar, K-H-A-M-A-R. All right, back at Lower Cape May, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbotten. Lower Cape May trails Barnegat 30-25 here at the half. Barnegat had a 24-12 lead with 4:45 to go in the first half. Lower finishes the period on a 13-6 run, and as Buddy mentioned earlier, Lower will get the ball to start the second half, so an opportunity to extend that run.
Yeah, and that's...
Buddy, by the way, I also want to mention, really big crowd in here tonight for Lower. If it's not sold out, it's close. I would say just short of what, about 4,800 in here?
Oh, close. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just short.
Just short. And, you know,
this is one of the smaller gyms around. Bigger than Wildwood Catholic, of course, but you're probably looking at somewhere around 700 or 800 people in here.
And it's great to see on a Saturday night the local community coming out. Barnegat brought some fans down the Parkway. So
talk about some basketball legends in the building, buddy. Steve Riley, former coach here, who's a member of the South Jersey Basketball Hall of Fame. He was a former tennis coach here, cross country as well. Lower turns it over to start the second half. Wow.
That was a good play by Brian Finucane. As he was very active. We talked about that in the first half. Barnegat's zone defense has been very active. They've extended it, and there they cause a turnover.
Grogan on the right side. Lower Cape May switches back to zone. Grogan goes to Morris in the corner, back to Ravello. Ravello to Finucane in the post to Francisco. Double teamed, kicks it out. Finucane for three. That's long. Kamar Matthews claims the rebound for Lower Cape May. Here comes Pat Holden. Driving, kicking. Angelov for three. Off the iron, no good. Finucane is fouled by Kamar Matthews on the rebound.
And that's going to be the second personal foul on the 6'2" senior, Kamar Matthews. His second first team foul here in the second half against Lower Cape May. Two opportunities with offensive possessions to cut into the 5-point lead, and Lower Cape May comes up empty twice.
Francisco back to Ravello. Lower switches back to man again. Here's Francisco again against Angelov. Lobs over to Morris. Morris in the post to Francisco, trying to work on Angelov. Jump hook, no good. Rebound batted around, and then it comes down into the hands of Pat Moore of Lower. Neither team has scored yet in the second half. 6:40 to go, third quarter, 30-25. Holden steps in, goes down low to Cottrell. Cottrell kicks out. Moore for three, short. Rebound Francisco. Stops at the top of the key, drives, kicks to Grogan in the corner to Ravello. Ravello a baseline drive, shut off, goes to Francisco. And he'll back it away between the two circles against Angelov. Ravello kicks, Grogan for three. Off the iron, no good, but the long rebound goes to Finucane. Finucane cross court to Ravello. And he resets the offense.
And this is what we saw, again, Barnegat do against Middle Township. They're very patient. They'll reset their offense, and they will work clock.
Francisco in the lane, floater, off the rim, no good. Rebound batted around, and Kamar Matthews has it for Lower. Angelov fakes a three. Goes in the corner to Holden. Holden cross court to Moore. Down low to Cottrell. Cottrell a baseline drive. Bad pass stolen away.
Seventh turnover against Lower Cape May.
Francisco trying to drive. Shut off by Angelov. Goes right side to Ravello. Ravello against Holden. Cross court pass Grogan. Fakes a three. Drives. And is fouled by Matthews.
And Komar Matthews, that's going to be his third personal foul, Brian. 5:09 to go here in the third quarter. Coach Scott Holden's got subs up at the scorer's table. Matthews will come out.
And so will Cottrell. Cade Bonner and Justin Candelaria are in.
Yeah, you talked about it at halftime.
They get it to Francisco, and his layup is good.
You mentioned it at halftime. Barnegat's had 6 different guys at least score points tonight. Lower Cape May only has 3 guys that have scored.
Angelov on the left wing, back to Holden, corner 3, short. It's an air ball. Rebound Finucane. Here comes Ravello for Barnegat. And the Bengals in no particular hurry, leading by 7 with 4:40 to go in the third quarter. Here's Finucane for 3, left side, off the iron, no good. And the rebound will go out of bounds. And they're going to say that Holden touched it, and Barnegat will have it.
Well, the Barnegat player turned right to the official right away and said that he touched it, and the official concurred.
Francisco's pass tipped away. Bonner comes up with the loose ball. Here comes Angelov pushing for lower. Angelov, top of the key, kicks to Holden. In the corner to Angelov, back to Holden up top. Holden goes to Moore. Moore bounces to Candelaria in the corner to Bonner. Back to Candelaria, Pat Moore now. Angelov to Holden. Holden cross court to Candelaria to Moore. Moore shovels, high post to Holden. Got the roll, and it's good. Holden, the first lower player in double figures with 11. And it's 32-27, Barnegat on top.
And that's the first points of the third quarter for Lower Cape May. Fortunately for them, Barnegat's only scored 2 as well.
Here's Morris, back to Finucane, to Grogan. Ravello driving now, shot up, good help by Cade Bonner. But the rebound comes down to Grogan, but he lost it. Candelaria lobs out to Holden. Holden a drive to the basket, no good but a foul. You want to talk about a heady play by Pat Holden's buddy? Brian Finucane had his arms extended away from his body toward Holden, and Holden drove his body right into those arms. And that's basically an automatic foul. And he'll go to the line for 2 shots.
And Finucane picks up his first personal foul, first team foul against the Bengals here in the second half.
First free throw by Holden is good. It's 32-28, Barnegat. Just 3:26 to go, third quarter.
Just a second free throw attempt for Lower Cape May in this basketball game.
And that one's also good for Holden. 3-point game, 32-29. Here's Francisco across the division line, working against Angelov, trying to back him in. Holds, kicks it out to Ravello. Ravello hands off to Grogan. Grogan picked up by Holden. Back to Francisco. Francisco spinning. Stops at the top of the key, goes back to Ravello. Ravello working against Candelaria into the post. We have a blocking foul called against Cade Bonner. And that's going to give Barnegat the ball underneath. They're going to say no shot.
Cade Bonner's going to pick up his first personal foul, the 6'4" senior. Boy, if he would have just taken a step up and held his ground, he could have been in a good position to take a charge.
They look to get it into Ravello, tipped away by Moore. Here's Holden running, stops, foul line jumper, got it! 1-point game! 32-31.
And now that student section is starting to come to life for Lower Cape May.
Ravello to Grogan, left side Francisco. Francisco driving in a bad spot, kicks to Cray for 3 and got it.
Pat Moore got out there late, and Cray now 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. He has 9 points off the bench.
Bonner in the corner, bad pass, too hot for Holden. Oh, they're going to say the ball was tipped by Barnegat last. The call was changed. Good job by the officials coming together there.
Yes, instead of that being the 8th turnover against Lower Cape May, they will get to inbound the basketball underneath their basket, trailing 35-31, 2:10 to play, third quarter.
Holden in the corner, kicks across to Moore. Moore out to Candelaria for 3. No good. Rebound Matthews, That's a foul. Yeah, he had both hands in the back of Grogan, and that's his 4th.
Right in front of the official, too. Comar Matthews, that's his 4th personal foul. He picked up 3 personals in this quarter, and he will be subbed out right away. The Twin Capes are both sitting on the bench, Aaron Cottrell and Komar Matthews.
Ravello, left wing 3, is an air ball, and it goes out of bounds. (35-31), Lower trailing by 4. They have the ball. Here's Angelov, left side, lobs at the Candelaria, back to Angelov. Candelaria again, high post Holden. Kicks out Moore. Moore for 3. He needs it. No good. But Pat Moore has struggled shooting the basketball tonight. Here's Francisco. Oh, wow. Grogan wide open to the basket. That's an offensive foul. What a great play by Cade Bonner to come over and get in position to draw that offensive foul when at first it looked like Grogan had an easy path to the basket.
And Cade Bonner made the adjustment that I just talked about. He had an opportunity against Carson Francisco, and right there, Bonner did a great job holding his ground, absorbing that contact from Grogan. Grogan's second, team second.
Angelov for 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebound comes down to Morris. Barnegat by 4, 1:10 to go third quarter. Carson Francisco pounds the dribble, right side. Further on the right to the basket, the layup is good.
Nobody in help side defense. Somebody in that lower Cape May defense has got to recognize that and come over and
Holden
help.
for 3, bang! Back to a 3-point game, 37-34, 40 seconds to go in the period. Francisco driving, is called for a foul. Or excuse me, Holden is called for a foul.
That's going to be the second personal foul on Pat Holden. Holden's trying to tell the official he keeps hooking me. He's using his offhand that he's not dribbling with.
They get it into Francisco, misses the bunny. Grogan the rebound, and he is fouled. Oh, and they call an intentional foul on Justin Candelaria. Actually, I think they're going to call this on Holden.
They are going to call it on Holden. And that's going to be the 6th team foul.
Grogan missed the first foul shot. Barnegat will get the ball back here. Second free throw's also no good. And Holden with the 3 fouls is going to come out of the game with 31 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, that was definitely a frustration foul right there by Patrick Holden. But now he has 3.
Ravello gets it into Grogan, and they call foul on Cottrell.
Wow, you talk about a bailout. And that's going to send Grogan back to the line. Aaron Cottrell's going to pick up his 3rd. Grogan was trying to get himself to dribble the basketball because he had such a bad angle.
Free throw is no good. He's missed 3 straight. Holden checks back in with 31 seconds to play in the period. Second free throw, that's also no good. Rebound tipped out though by Barnegat and saved inbounds. Francisco with it against Candelaria. 23 seconds to go, Barnegat by 3. Here's Francisco, driving left side. Up to Cray, to Francisco. Now it's Ravello. Ravello holds. Now he'll drive into the paint, jumper, got it.
Well, he went right around Angelov, got inside the lane.
And the quarter ends with Barnegat ahead, 39-34. Back after this 30-second timeout on 98.7 The Coast. By 39-34, Barnegat on top of Lower Cape May. South Jersey Group 2 boys basketball semifinal. The winner of this game will play Haddonfield on Monday. Haddonfield got a basket with 2 seconds left to beat Camden 54-53. And Barnegat will have the basketball to start the fourth quarter. Francisco inbounds to Ravello. And here comes Mike Ravello. Pounds it right side. Goes to Grogan up top. Grogan to Francisco. Francisco driving baseline, shut off by Angelov. Drive, shot up, no good. Rebound comes down to Morris. And gives Barnegat another possession. That's twice in the last few possessions that a long rebound or a bounced ball coming out to the perimeter has found the hands of Barnegat when Lower Cape May looked like they could have been going the other way. 5-second violation? No, it looked like it might have been. And I think the coaching staff for Barnegat sensed it and called timeout. So 30-second timeout by Barnegat. 39-34, they lead Lower. 7:23 to go in the fourth quarter. We'll keep it right here.
And Coach Mark Puro.
Morris top of the key. Backdoor pass to Francisco, turns, and that ball went halfway down and out. A break for Lower Cape May. Here's Moore on the right side.
But again, this is when Lower Cape May, they got to break on the defensive end, but you got to make it count. You got to put points on the board.
Cottrell on the left wing. Back to Angelov, to Moore. Lower's made an adjustment here. They're actually using Pat Holden in the high post area, trying to feed him the ball in there. Angelov left side, high post to Holden. Back to Angelov. Dribbles once, fires a three. Bang!
Oh, that was a big one. The freshman now 4 of 8 from beyond the arc. 4 of 8. That was a big basket.
2-point game. Ravello goes over to Cray. Cray back to Grogan. Grogan stolen away by Holden, but Grogan gets back to the ball, gets it to Ravello in the corner to Cray. Cray driving, kicking, stolen by Holden. Holden behind the back dribble to go around a man. Kicks to Angelov, fires a three. Bang! Lower Cape May's on top.
And Martin Angelov, the 5'8 freshman.
Timeout Barnegat.
There's more than a nor'easter right now. It's Martin Angelov raining threes.
30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. 40-39. Lower Cape May has its first lead of the game with 5:46 to go.
And now the student section, as you can hear, they're sitting to our right of our radio booth. And they are really now coming to life, getting into this game. And that's good for, obviously, Lower Cape May. They can feed off of that energy. Barnegat coach Mark Puro calls a big timeout. His guys, as we saw earlier in the week when they played at Middle Township, these guys are very seasoned, are very composed. So there's a lot of basketball left.
Yeah, they came back from an 8-point deficit at the end of 3 to beat Middle. But Lower has the 40-39 lead with 5:46 to go. This is their first lead of the game.
This Barnegat Bengals team is a very fun team to watch. They share the basketball. They play very smart.
All right, here's Francisco working against Angelov. Goes to Morris, to Grogan, swung to Cray. Grogan again. Now it's Morris, right side Ravello. And they're really trying to post Francisco on the freshman Angelov, and he's doing a decent enough job, and Lower's helping. Here's Ravello, a runner, no good. Rebound off of Ravello and out of bounds. That's really the first time we've seen them really be impatient offensively, buddy.
Well, I think Ravello's a little frustrated, Brian. He only has 4 points, and Ravello averages about 12 points a game. And he's struggled a little bit. He's one for 9 from the floor.
Moore holds back to Angelov on the right wing. Angelov has hit 5 threes in this game. Angelov again, right side, puts the ball on the floor.
Under 5 minutes.
Goes to Moore, right side, out high to Cottrell. Cottrell to Angelov, now it's Moore again, Angelov again. They just play catch on the perimeter. Trying to slice open the Barnegat defense here. Lower holding the ball and a 1-point lead. Holden bounces to Matthews, off the glass, no good. Wow, layup attempt there. Ravello goes to Francisco, right side. 4:30 to go. Barnegat trailing Lower by 1. Ravello for 3, left side, off the iron, no good. And Angelov tips the rebound to Pat Moore.
I'll tell you, Angelov did a great job keeping Francisco on his back and tipping that ball to his teammate.
And Barnegat has gone man-to-man here. Here's Moore against Ravello. We have a timeout called by Lower Cape May. 4:08 to go. 40-39, Lower on top. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast. Drew Ingersoll. (40-39), Lower Cape May on top. 4:08 to go in the fourth. 2 3-pointers by Martin Angelov are the only points of this quarter so far. And we're almost midway through it. And working on Martin Angelov over there. I don't know if he's got some blood in his uniform, but going to allow him to come back on the floor as he was out quickly enough as the timeout ended. Cottrell to inbound for Lower. And he throws it in the backcourt to Holden. For the first time in the game, Barnegat is in straight up man-to-man. And Finucane has his face right in Martin Angelov's grill. Holden down low to Matthews, layup, missed it again, long rebound. Here's Holden for 3, this will be short. Matthews tips it, keeps it alive, and we have a timeout on the floor. Mike Ravello looks like he turned his ankle. And
again, that time Komar Matthews with a heady play.
Yeah, to keep it alive for Lower, tipping it out. As they check on the injured Ravello, we're going to take a 30-second timeout. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast. Huh? Matt said it's down. I don't know. Yeah.
You got another one?
I'm good. All right, so out of the injury timeout, Ravello goes to the bench, and Lower will have it. Ravello has that look on his face that come hell or high water, he wants to get back in the game, but his ankle is hurting him right now. Now we have a double foul called against Martin Angelov and Brian Finucane in the corner.
The possession arrow is in Lower Cape May's favor.
It doesn't matter with the possession arrow. It's point of interruption. Lower had the ball. It's only possession arrow. That rule was changed a few years ago. It's only possession arrow if there's no team control. Holding in the backcourt now, 3:40 to go.
So Finucane gets his second, Angelov his first.
Holding against Francisco. Wants to break him down, goes left elbow jumper, short. He wanted a foul, didn't get it. Francisco with it, dribbles up across the division line. And holding the dribble. Goes right side. Comes back out to Finucane. Goes to Cray. Cray driving, shut off by Moore. To Finucane. He's got a lane, and the layup is good.
And Finucane took that left baseline, drove it right to the rack, used the glass, laid it up and in. Good, strong move by the 6'2" junior.
41-40. Holden steps through a double team, and his pass is kicked by a Barnegat player. Barnegat on top by 1, 2:50 to go. Cottrell to trigger the inbound, throws it to Holden. Holden goes to Angelov. Back to Matthews, right side to Moore. Moore to Holden behind a double screen, drives, lost the handle, got it over to Angelov, and he dropped it into the hands of Finucane. Here comes Francisco against Holden.
The 9th turnover against Lower Cape May.
Francisco into the lane, and we have a foul called against Lower Cape May. And you got to figure, buddy, and sometimes these things just happen, but you got to figure someone on the Lower Cape May bench has to be letting the officials know that the fouls are 9-3 against them. And trust me, the officials know that too.
Patrick Holden picks up his 4th personal foul. His 4th personal foul with 2:22 to go.
I think the Lower fans wanted to travel there, but I think what happened was Finucane tripped over the leg of Holden as he drove to the basket, thus the foul.
That's exactly. It was kind of incidental contact, but they had to call the foul.
1-1 for Francisco. And it's good. We'll get another. He's got 12 in the game.
His first trip to the foul line.
42-40. Barnegat on top. 2:22 to go. Second free throw's good. Lower the ball, down by 3. Here's Holden. Driving, that's a hand check foul on Francisco.
Carson Francisco, that's going to be his first, the 5'11" senior, his first personal foul. And that's just the 4th team foul against the Bengals.
Cottrell to inbound, goes to Holden. 2:05 to go, Lower trailing by 3. They have the basketball. Holden against Francisco. Crossover dribble, backs away, gets into the lane, goes on, knifes in, misses the layup, rebounds loose. Pat Moore tips it into the corner. Holden has it. Timeout. No, Holden stepped on the sideline. Oh man, what a tough turnover.
And that's exactly what the officials' call is. He caught the ball initially inbounds, but his right foot staggered, and he stepped on the end line.
Barnegat running its delay offense here. Francisco takes it to the right side, to the basket. We're going to call a foul on Angelov before the shot. This is the 10th team foul on Lower.
So that's going to send Francisco to the line to shoot 2. Martin Angelov picks up his 2nd personal foul. So on the floor right now, Comar Matthews and Patrick Holden each have 4.
Francisco missed the first, so as of now, it's still a one-possession game at 43-40. 1:41 to go. Francisco again, that one's good. So it's 44-40, 1:40 to go in the game. Here's Holden. Bounces to Matthews, lazy pass, stolen away by Morris. Morris back to Francisco, splits a double team into the lane, scoop shot, no. Rebound Matthews, got it to Holden. Holden stops, pops for three, no good. Rebound to Angelov, 18-footer, got it. Timeout, Lower Cape May. And it is a two-point game, 44-42. Barnegat on top, 1:11 to go. Back after this 30-second timeout on 98.7 The Coast. Finucane. Finucane. Yep. Doesn't look like it, but it's a very Irish name. Yep. All right, 1:11 to go in the game, or in the fourth quarter anyway. 44-42, Barnegat on top, 1:11 to go. And Martin Angelov has all 8 points for Lower in this period. Pat Holden had 18 through three quarters, and he's been shut out so far in the fourth. There actually have not been a lot of possessions in the fourth, each team taking a lot of time off the clock, so it's been a low-scoring period.
And that, in fact, too, yeah, they moved Pat Holden into that high post area to kind of get him the ball to be a facilitator. Not necessarily because he's going to score in the post, but there's more things he can do by getting the ball to teammates.
Lower looking to run and jump here. Francisco coming across the division line, still holding the dribble on the left side. Double team, timeout called. Oh, we had a timeout called by Barnegat before the contact. Foul was being called on the near side, but on the far side, at least near side to us, if you're watching the video, it would be the far side, but Barnegat had already called a timeout. It's a full timeout. We're going to keep it right here, though. 44-42, exactly 1 minute to play with Barnegat leading it by 2, and they'll have the ball out of the timeout.
And right now, the coach for Barnegat, Mark Pioro, you know he's over there telling his guys, Mike Pioro, excuse me. You know he's over there telling his guys, hey, we need to be strong with the basketball, smart decisions, and make our foul shots. But obviously strong with the ball because Lower Cape May is going to bring double teams. They're going to trap. They're going to try. They're not in a position right now where they need to foul, but Barnegat needs to be strong with the ball. Don't pick up your dribble in bad spots. Lower Cape May, on the other hand, Coach Scotty Holden's telling his guys, all right, hey, Komar, you got 4 fouls. Pat, you have 4 fouls. You guys cannot foul. You're going to want to see if he's going to maybe go a little offense to defense.
And they're not.
With Candelaria and Kate Bonner.
They're not. They're going with their 5 starters here.
So I mean, that's a interesting right now. You know, so they elect not to do that, but now you got Holden and Matthews out there that cannot foul. And really can't take a chance unless it's a wide open opportunity.
Francisco across the division line goes to Cray. Cray's doubled. Kicked it to Finucane. Lower fans wanted to walk, didn't get it. Here's Francisco loose on the floor. Finucane picks it up. Ball goes out of bounds off of Lower Cape May.
Yeah, a lot of contact there. That's a good call. That way, you know, that's either going to be a foul on Aaron Cottrell or Barnegat keeps possession.
Another timeout being called by Barnegat. This will be a 60-second timeout. So 44-42, the Bengals lead Lower, 44 seconds left. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast. All right, back at Lower Cape May, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbot, and Barnegat leads by 2, 44-42, 44 seconds to play. And the fan sections for both teams are on their feet.
And Barnegat has brought a nice crowd down here to downtown Irma.
Ravello's back in the game after that ankle injury for Barnegat. Takes it to the wing, goes to Francisco, swung to Cray. Cray back to Francisco, picked up by Pat Moore. They run and double him. Throws it away. Oh, boy. And Lower's got it with 30 seconds left. Down 2.
And that was, again, Lower Cape May running and jumping, and Francisco tried to get it to a teammate in the corner.
Here we go. Holden. Lower down 2. Goes to Angelo. Fakes a 3. Drives, takes a bump, kicks back to Holden. 17 seconds to go. Holden working against Finucane. Holden, and he's fouled. Barnegat has fouls to give. They still have one more to give.
And that's a good foul. Takes the clock down to 13 seconds.
And now Lower will take a 30-second timeout.
And Barnegat still has that one foul to give. If Finucane, he picks up his third, 5th team foul. 44-42. Barnegat on top, 13 seconds left.
By the way, if there's any held ball situation, the arrow is in Lower Cape May's favor.
And that's a very big fact right now, right here at this point in this basketball game.
And 13 seconds to go. Barnegat by 2. What a basketball game. What a comeback by Lower. They were down 12 midway through the second quarter.
And now, a little reset.
Will inbound.
Only 3 Lower Cape May players have scored tonight. Angelov, Holden, and Matthews.
Holden in the backcourt. Holden against Francisco. Off the screen. Doubled. Dribbles, shoots a 3, no good. Tipped up and in by Kamar Matthews. We will go to overtime.
Wow.
And buddy, Kamar Matthews missed 2 layups earlier in this quarter, and he connects there and sends the game to overtime. Lower Cape May, and we are in overtime. 44-44 tie as Kamar Matthews tips in the miss of Pat Holden's long 3-point attempt. And Matthews, the hero for now to extend the game.
And as I had said prior to that possession, only 3 Lower Cape May players have scored. Matthews, Angelov, and Holden.
Ball's in the air to start overtime, and the tip is controlled by Barnegat. Carson Francisco holds the dribble just inside the division line.
And again, in foul trouble, Matthews and Holden both with 4.
Francisco stops on the right wing.
No one from Barnegat has more than 2 fouls.
Barnegat still has a foul to give here as we start overtime. Barnegat has the ball. Francisco's been pounding the dribble for about 30 seconds of this possession here against Martin Angelov. Takes it right side, stepped on the sideline. Pat Moore hedged out, jumped out, And Lower will have possession here.
And that's another big turnover. They haven't turned it over often, but that is turnover number 6 against the Bengals.
Here's Holden. He didn't score in overtime in the fourth quarter. Angelov for 3. Bang! Oh, man, he's on fire.
Martin Angelov, the freshman, raining threes.
47-44 Lower. That's his 6th 3 of the game. Francisco, right side, lost it. Tipped away by Lower. Here's Holden across the division line. Kicks to Angelov. Back to Moore. Moore to Holden. Holden for 3. Bang!
And right now, Lower Cape May riding the momentum.
Timeout Barnegat. Lower Cape May 50. Barnegat 44. Back after this 30-second timeout on 98.7 The Coast. Nope. 50-44, Lower Cape May on top of Barnegat. 2:35 to play in overtime. Back-to-back three-pointers, Martin Angelov and Pat Holden. You know, buddy, if you're Barnegat, as you've been pointing out, Lower with 2 players on the floor with 4 fouls. I think if you're Barnegat, you got to try to find a matchup that gets a kid the ball in a decent spot against one of those 2 kids.
Well, especially because it's Holden and Matthews have been major contributors.
Right. Here's Francisco, guarded by Angelov. And Angelov, the freshman's done a pretty good job against him. Driving baseline, kicking to Grogan. Grogan lobs it back to Cray. 2:20 to go. Barnegat trailing Lower by 3.
6, excuse me.
There's so many threes in the game, everything's a 3. Here's another steal, it's loose. Holden picks it up. And Lower should be in no particular hurry here. And there's a foul by Francisco on a hand check. That's the 6th on Barnegat.
And from this point forward, Lower will go to the foul line. 2:05 to play in overtime. It's Lower Cape May 50, Barnegat 44.
Holden in the backcourt. I think if you're Lower Cape May, though, buddy, you still have to try to look to score if you can get a wide open look. Can't just hold the basketball here. Here's Moore with Lower up by 6. Left side to Angelov. Angelov takes a bump and he's fouled. That's going to send the freshman to the line for a 1-and-1.
And Brian Finucane picks up that foul. That's his 4th.
Martin Angelov to the line for a 1-and-1. See, I think they may have changed that foul to Morris, buddy. I'm not sure. Let's see what we got here.
That's what they're checking with right now. Martin Angelov does a good job. Get off the foul line. Do not stand there staring at the rim.
Well,
don't get
we don't know. We don't know if Martin Angelov's going to make this free throw or not, buddy. But the way he shoots them, I don't think he needs any advice from you.
Well, you don't want to stand on the rim. I got that from Al McGuire.
First one is good. And he'll get another. With 1:50 to go, Lower has now an 8-point lead.
And this freshman has ice water in his veins.
52-44.
When he's on the foul line. We've seen that all season.
Grogan for 3, off the iron, no good. Rebound Matthews, and he's fouled. What do we have here? Now we have a double technical foul called I believe. And if that's the case, then Matthews is out of the game. But the referees are trying to sort this out.
Well, now this is going to be interesting because obviously Matthews got fouled, so that should be a one-on-one.
Right. But if it's a double technical foul, that's the 5th foul on Matthews, and he cannot shoot his free throws. So you have a foul on Morris, and then we have a double foul called against a double technical foul. And it looks like Justin Candelaria will come in and shoot the 1-and-1. Yeah, the interesting thing is, buddy, it looked like the official only signaled double foul. If that occurred during a dead ball, it's got to be a technical foul. It really doesn't matter either way.
Well, it should be 2 fouls against Barnegat, and it should take him to 10 team fouls.
Now, this would be the 9th. They had the 7th was the one for the 1-and-1 that Angelov made.
Correct. Then the 8th and the 9th.
Candelaria to shoot the 1-and-1. Lowers up 8 with 1:40 to go. Free throw is good. Ooh. Justin Candelaria hasn't played much. Buddy, he shot that like he was just at the local rec center on a Friday in July. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Second free throw. That's good. (54-44) Lower. Finucane a deep 3. No good. Rebound will go out of bounds and Lower will have it. Oh, that's got to be that's not a technical foul. The Barnegat coach just slammed the basketball. The ball went up in the air about 30 feet. Here's Holden in the backcourt, holding the dribble, and he's fouled by Francisco, and now Holden will go to the line for 2 shots.
That's going to be the 3rd personal foul on Carson Francisco. 1:25 left to play in overtime.
And Lower can smell it, buddy. They're going to go to their first South Jersey final in close to 40 years at least. Holden for 2 shots. 1:25 to go, Lower up 10. Free throw is good. Lost in all of this, buddy, is that Barnegat has not scored a point in overtime. They've scored only 14 points since halftime. And they have 1 field goal since the 4th quarter started. Holden makes both. (56-44). Cray for 3, it's an air ball. Angelov has it for Lower. Working against Finucane. Spins, comes across the division line, bounces in the corner to Bonner. Bonner lobs out to Holden. 1:05 to go. Holden just dribbling around, flips it over to Angelov.
Under a minute.
Angelov driving baseline, he is fouled. Martin Angelov will get 2 shots.
And that foul's on number 24, Sean Morris. Morris picks up his 3rd.
So Martin Angelov, who's really been the story of this basketball game, at the line for 2. He makes the first. (57-44) Lower with 56 seconds to go. And the second one is also good.
Nothing but net. The freshman is a twine tickler.
3 Free ball by Francisco's no good. Rebound Candelaria. Here comes Holden. And it looks like Barnegat has elected not to foul. And this place is going crazy with 33 seconds left. Holden flips to Angelov. Back to Holden. Holden is fouled.
22.5 seconds left. And the Barnegat fan base is leaving the building.
58-44 lower. They are 8 for 8 from the foul line in overtime. And they are 11 for 11 from the foul line for the game. Parth Patel for Barnegat checking in for the first time. Holden's free throw is good. And the second free throw is short. That's their first miss in overtime. Barnegat the basketball. Francisco shoots no good. Rebound Pat Moore. Saves it inbounds. Lower Cape May has it. And that's going to do it. 8 seconds to go. They will dribble it out. And the Lower Cape May Regional Boys Basketball team is going to the South Jersey Championship game as the student section mobs the court. 59-44, they win it. They shut out Barnegat in overtime. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. Come back and wrap this one up right after this on 98.7 The Coast.